As you step past the age of 60, have you ever paused to ask yourself who will truly be by your side in the years to come? Family, with their warm and loving presence, is a precious anchor. But sometimes children are busy with their own lives from California to New York, and you begin to realize that relying solely on them may not be enough to live a fulfilling life. As someone who has witnessed major changes at this milestone, I understand that turning 60 is not an end. It is the beginning of a new chapter. This stage of life brings its own set of challenges, from mounting medical bills to the emotional void that can follow retirement. Yet it also opens the door to freedom, happiness, and authenticity. It is a chance to enjoy peaceful mornings at the park or visits with your grandchildren without financial worry. I believe that to truly thrive in these years, you need 5 strong pillars: financial independence, physical health, emotional resilience, a supportive social circle, and a clear sense of purpose. These are not lofty ideals. They are practical, proven foundations seen in real life. Think of Mr. John in Ohio, who saved wisely so he could visit his grandchildren freely without depending on his children. Or Mrs. Susan in Texas, who stays vibrant by attending Zumba classes and volunteering at her local community center. These pillars empower you to stay self-reliant, whether it is paying rent, buying fresh groceries at Whole Foods, or enjoying slow afternoons playing golf, or reading at the neighborhood library. In this article, I will guide you through how to bring each of these pillars into your life with real stories from people across the country, from Chicago to Florida, so you can see that living well after 60 is entirely within reach. Let us explore how to build a life worth living, where you stand tall with dignity, joy, and the freedom you deserve no matter what challenges may lie ahead. Pillar 1: Financial independence. Nothing brings more freedom and dignity after the age of 60 than the ability to cover your own living expenses. Financial independence means you can pay your electric bill, cover your health insurance, or even enjoy a weekend trip to the nearby beach without relying on your children. As the cost of living continues to rise, from rent in cities like Seattle to increasingly expensive medications, managing your finances allows you to maintain control. You can choose where to live, enjoy a nice dinner at your favorite restaurant, or buy gifts for your grandchildren without worry. More than just money, it is the freedom to live on your terms without feeling like a burden to anyone. In reality, the journey to financial independence is filled with challenges. Medical bills, from insurance premiums to prescription drugs, can consume a large portion of income. Retirement benefits, while helpful, often are not enough to sustain a comfortable lifestyle, especially if you enjoy travel or eating out occasionally. Many retirees find themselves without enough savings or diversified income, leading to stress when unexpected costs arise, like car repairs or medical treatments. These pressures make it essential to build a strong financial foundation, but the good news is that you can start today no matter your stage in life. To achieve financial self-reliance, begin with a detailed budget. Track all monthly expenses, from rent and groceries to small costs like morning coffee or movie tickets. Look for areas to cut back, such as canceling an underused cable package or reducing restaurant visits, and redirect the savings into a dedicated fund. Consider creating passive income through dividend-paying stocks, renting out a spare room, or taking on part-time consulting based on your career experience. An emergency fund covering 6 to 12 months of living expenses is crucial for handling unexpected situations such as home repairs or hospital bills. Work with a financial advisor to ensure your savings are growing effectively. Every small step, even saving just a few dollars a month, moves you closer to a life of independence. The story of Mr. John in Ohio is a powerful example. Over 30 years as a school teacher, he consistently saved a portion of his salary and contributed to a retirement fund. Now at age 62, John lives comfortably in a modest home in Columbus, covering all his expenses from the housing to medical insurance on his own. He even flies to California several times a year to visit his grandchildren and buy them gifts without needing financial support from his children. His financial independence brings joy and dignity, allowing him to enjoy life in the way he always dreamed, from dinners at local restaurants to short getaways that refresh his spirit. Pillar 2. Physical health. Physical health is the key to living independently and fully after the age of 60. It allows you to shop for your own groceries, tend the garden behind your home, or even join a nature walk at the nearby park. When your body is strong, you are not only free from depending on others for daily tasks, but also have the energy to enjoy what you love, whether it is an afternoon of golf or a friendly visit in the next town. Good health helps you not just live longer, but live better with the confidence and freedom to take charge of your life, from cooking a delicious meal to enjoying a sunny day outdoors. One of the biggest challenges is dealing with health issues that naturally come with age. Chronic conditions such as diabetes, arthritis, and high blood pressure are increasingly common, making everyday movements or household chores more difficult. A sedentary lifestyle combined with diets high in processed foods like burgers and fries increases the risk of physical decline. If you do not care for your body, you may face the possibility of needing daily assistance or even having to move into a care facility earlier than expected. These risks make it even more important to start prioritizing your health now. The encouraging news is that even small changes can bring meaningful improvements, allowing you to maintain your independence and energy. To keep your body strong and healthy, begin with simple daily routines. A walk for 20 to 30 minutes around your neighborhood or local park is a great way to improve cardiovascular health and mobility. Participate in group fitness classes designed for older adults, such as yoga or Zumba, at a local community center, which helps strengthen your muscles and improve flexibility. When it comes to eating, choose fresh vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains. Reduce your intake of fast food and sugary drinks. Be sure to get regular checkups and use your health insurance to catch problems early, such as elevated cholesterol or signs of other conditions. Sleep also plays a crucial role. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality rest each night. Practice simple stress reduction techniques like deep breathing to keep your body in balance. These small habits are not only investments in your health, but also powerful tools to help you live the life you want with confidence and energy. The story of Mrs. Susan from Texas is a perfect example. At age 67, she maintains a daily routine of walking each morning in her neighborhood park and attending Zumba classes at her local community center. Her diet is filled with leafy greens, fish, and whole grains. She takes care of her home, does her own grocery shopping, and volunteers regularly at a nearby nonprofit. Because she is dedicated to her health, Susan does not rely on her children or a caregiver. She continues to live actively and joyfully, enjoying quiet mornings with coffee and meaningful days of service, just as she always hoped. Pillar 3. Emotional resilience. After turning 60, life often brings major changes, from children leaving home to the emptiness that follows retirement. Emotional resilience is the ability to navigate these challenges, maintain a positive mindset, and find joy amid transition. It is not about avoiding difficulties, but learning to face them with calm and clear purpose. When you are emotionally strong, moments of loneliness or uncertainty do not break you. Instead, they become opportunities to rediscover yourself. You may find peace in a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, or feel inspired by picking up a new hobby like painting or gardening, helping you live more fully and confidently. In reality, these changes can be deeply challenging. When children move far away from Chicago to Los Angeles, or friends gradually drift apart, loneliness can quietly creep in. Retirement, while long anticipated, can sometimes make you feel like you have lost your purpose or value, as if the years of dedication to work no longer hold meaning. Without strategies to manage emotions, it is easy to fall into a cycle of anxiety or depression that dims the joy of living. The good news is that emotional resilience is a skill that can be developed, and even small steps taken today can help you build a strong mind ready to embrace life after 60. To nurture emotional strength, begin with simple habits. Spend a few minutes each day practicing deep breathing or using a meditation app to calm your thoughts. Invest in hobbies like knitting, woodworking, or researching family history, which can bring joy and a sense of accomplishment. Journaling 3 things you are grateful for each day, such as a friendly chat with a neighbor or the golden sunlight in your yard, help shift focus to the positive. If you feel overwhelmed, do not hesitate to seek support from online counseling services, which are now widely available and easy to access. These routines are like exercising a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger and more prepared you become to face life's ups and downs with confidence and peace. And the story of Mr. Mike in Chicago offers a vivid example. At age 64, after his children moved out to pursue their careers, he felt empty and adrift. Instead of sinking into sadness, Mike began meditating every morning and returned to his passion for photography. He spent time capturing images around the city, from Lake Michigan to historic neighborhoods, and eventually displayed his work at local art fairs. His photos not only helped him reconnect with the community, but also gave him renewed joy and a meaningful sense of purpose. Mike's emotional resilience transformed a difficult season into a chance to rediscover himself, allowing him to live a life filled with meaning and inspiration. Pillar 4. A supportive social circle. After 60, friendships are no longer just a way to pass time, they become a lifeline. A supportive social circle gives us laughter when days feel heavy, comfort when health is declining, and motivation when our energy wanes. It reminds us that we are not walking this journey alone. Whether it is a weekly phone call with an old friend, a neighbor who drops by with soup, or a group of fellow retirees who gather for coffee at the community center, these connections bring joy and emotional security. Loneliness is a silent health risk, often as dangerous as high blood pressure or poor diet. But with meaningful relationships, your days feel fuller and your heart lighter. The reality is that as we age, our social circles often shrink. Friends move away, loved ones pass on, and mobility challenges can make it harder to stay connected. Many older adults find themselves spending long hours alone, especially if they live far from family. Over time, isolation can lead to sadness, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. But the good news is that social connection can be rebuilt at any stage of life. Even if you have drifted apart from old friends or never had a wide network, it is never too late to start again. A simple hello to a neighbor, a smile at the grocery store, or joining a local class or club can spark something new. To strengthen your social circle, begin with small steps. Reach out to someone you have not spoken to in a while and suggest a short catch-up call. Visit your local library or senior center to check the schedule for events or classes. Consider joining a walking group, book club, or craft circle. If you enjoy spiritual life, attending services or community gatherings can connect you with like-minded people. Technology can also be a helpful bridge. Apps like Zoom or Facebook make it easier to stay in touch with family and reconnect with old classmates. The goal is not to collect dozens of acquaintances, but to build a few deep, dependable relationships that bring comfort and joy. I remember Mrs. Linda from Denver, who moved into a retirement community after her husband passed. At first, she felt lost and hesitant to open up, but one morning she joined a watercolor painting class out of curiosity. There, she met a group of women who welcomed her with warmth and humor. They began meeting every Wednesday to paint, chat, and share stories about their grandkids and travels. Over time, those casual gatherings became the highlight of her week. Linda often says that joining the class gave her more than a hobby. It gave her a sense of belonging she thought she had lost. When you surround yourself with people who care, life becomes softer and more joyful. No one should have to face the challenges of aging alone. A supportive social circle is like a safety net, catching you when you stumble and cheering for you when you rise. Investing in friendship is one of the most powerful things you can do for your well-being after 60. You do not need a crowd, just a few good people who make you feel seen, heard, and valued. Pillar 5. A clear sense of purpose. Nothing brings more joy and fulfillment to life after 60 than waking up each morning with a reason to look ahead. A clear sense of purpose keeps the mind alert, the body energized, and the spirit full of life. Whether it involves caring for a small garden, sharing life experiences with younger generations, or returning to a long-forgotten hobby, having a purpose turns each day into something meaningful. It keeps emptiness at bay and brings the deep satisfaction of knowing that your presence still matters. You might be repairing an old chair in your garage or writing a memoir for your grandchildren. Each of these simple acts becomes a source of motivation to keep exploring and enjoying the life you have. Finding that purpose at this stage is not always easy. After retiring, many older adults feel a sense of aimlessness. The days that were once packed with responsibilities and structure may now feel quiet and repetitive. Without a sense of direction, it is easy to wonder whether the years ahead still hold significance. That feeling of drifting can lead to sadness or a loss of motivation. But the truth is, purpose is not something fixed or reserved for the young. It can be discovered or reshaped at any age. All it takes is curiosity and the willingness to try something new. To rediscover a sense of purpose, start by thinking about what truly makes you happy. What do you enjoy doing? Perhaps you love painting, telling stories, or lending a helping hand. Set small and achievable goals, such as joining a pottery class at the local community center, writing a few pages in a journal, or offering your time to a nearby charity. Volunteering with reading programs for children at the library, or helping with local outreach projects can bring a strong sense of contribution. Trying out new hobbies like playing an instrument or crafting handmade items can also open up new joy. What matters most is keeping your curiosity alive and allowing yourself to explore without fear of failure. These activities bring not only personal growth but also create meaningful connections with others, reminding you that you are part of something greater. Mr. Tom from Michigan is a wonderful example. At age 70, after retiring from a career in engineering, he felt unmotivated and unsure of what to do next. Instead of giving in to boredom, he picked up his old love of woodworking. He began building small furniture items, including bookshelves and chairs, which he donated to local schools. These pieces were used in classrooms and appreciated by students and teachers alike. The work kept Tom active, gave him purpose, and brought him genuine happiness. Today, he spends his mornings in the workshop and his afternoons delivering his creations. The joy he sees on children's faces has become his new inspiration. Through this renewed purpose, Tom has found a life filled with meaning and satisfaction. Conclusion: living vibrantly after 60 with 5 pillars. After turning 60, life is not just about surviving. It is about thriving, living freely, and discovering deeper meaning every single day. The 5 pillars of financial independence, physical health, emotional strength, supportive friendships, and a clear sense of purpose are the guiding lights on this journey. Think of Mr. John in Ohio, who confidently covers his bills and travels to California to visit his grandchildren thanks to his smart savings plan. Remember Mrs. Susan in Texas, who is still full of energy with her Zumba classes and volunteer work, living independently without relying on anyone. Mr. Mike in Chicago found joy again through photography, turning loneliness into vibrant images displayed proudly at local art fairs. Mrs. Linda in Florida created a second family through her gardening club, filled with laughter and shared adventures. And Mr. Tom in Michigan found deep meaning at 70 by building wooden furniture for local schools, contributing something valuable and feeling a sense of purpose every day. These stories prove that you can stay strong, live with joy, and take charge of your life regardless of the challenges ahead. Today is the right moment to begin. Whether you are 55 or 75, every small action counts. Save a few dollars each week, take a walk under the morning sun. Write down 3 things you are grateful for, join a dance class, or try making something with your hands. Let these simple acts bring new energy into your life, and do not keep this journey to yourself. Light of Wise Elders is your space to find inspiration and connect with others who are embracing life after 60. Like, share and subscribe so you will never miss a new idea. Leave a comment and tell us how you are applying these 5 pillars to your own life. Together, we can make the years after 60 the most fulfilling and vibrant time of all. A life full of dignity, happiness, and the freedom you truly deserve.